is E-bui. This is kind of a different video. I have a more interesting voice now that I'm using a microphone and we're at a computer. Now, you'll notice that I did not upload any unboxings this week. Paradox Rift did come out, but unfortunately my shop, as expected, did not ship. So we'll make the best of this situation, and we will do something I've wanted to do for a while. You see, I think a lot of people will have their opinions on how to rate cards. What is the price? What is the type? Maybe you're collecting a certain Pokemon. And I want to create a system by which we determine what cards we like beforehand, and we're going to create a tier list. We are going to create the definitive, it is my opinion, therefore it is definitive, tier list of Paradox Rift. What do you want? What do you not want? Regardless of how expensive or inexpensive any of these cards are. So we're going to start by just taking a look at our gigantic list of secret rares, and we're gonna look through these. Feel free to kind of play along. Look at these cards and formulate your own list. I'm very curious. And leave a comment. Tell me if there was anything you would change on my list. What would you change? Let's start right away. We have our Crustle right here. I think this is a pretty solid card. I really like the rain effect on it. I like that there are multiple of the Pokemon, and a whole bunch of them. I think that adds generally to the quality of the card when you have a whole bunch of different ones all together. Let's move to the next one and see what we have next. Next we have a Dottler. Now I'm not familiar with this Pokemon, it's one of the newer ones. They remind me a little bit of D20s, if you kind of get that appearance. Tell me what you think. I do like these guys. I think the background's a little mediocre, but it's not the worst. Nope, this one's a little smaller. We have our Tentiscrool, or a Toadscrool. This is the kind of separated evolution to a Tentacruel, as started in Gen 9. We have these convergent evolutions. I don't hate this. In fact, I really like the sky on this guy. Super pretty. There are multiple of them, which, as I said, does mean it's worth a little something more. Next we have Magby. Now this card, I've seen this one. I love this card. It's so cute. I love that he is just chilling. He's having a great time. And he's not burning alive. He is not on fire. He's just chilling. And I like that. I like that for Magby, and I like this card. Now this is one of the first ones they revealed, as well as the new kind of concept of the future and ancient Pokemon. Here we have Iron Moth, and this is a gorgeous card. It reminds me a lot of the Palkia, the origin form Palkia from Astral Radiance. So this is definitely one of the cards I like more. Snorunt. This guy's cute. It's not incredible. It's almost like this is the Magby, but a little bit worse, because it's not as cute. I don't have the really cool setting. He's just chilling in the snow. It's pretty okay. Now this Mantine, on the other hand, is great. It has the trainer in it, kind of gives you the feeling of the trainer gallery cards that we got with Lost Origin and some of those later Sword and Shield sets, only with an unnamed trainer. Kind of chilling here, and he's just there, right? Oh, I clicked the button. That's okay. Let's move on. I don't really like this Pokemon. I was in the group of people that when Black and White came out, I thought it was just a little silly that we have an ice cream Pokemon, especially with the Vanillish cones in the game. You could buy a cone, and so I did kind of wonder where the Pokemon started and the ice cream started. Am I eating a Pokemon in Black and White? That is a moral quandary for you to answer for me. Please, I'll accept your papers if you want to write about that for me. That said, this card is really cute. I love the bottom with all those little different ice creams. I have a bit of a sweet tooth myself, so I like that. This one is one of those ones where I don't dislike it. However, it doesn't read immediately to me. For me to get the card and kind of get the scene, I have to kind of stare at it a bit. And for me, that takes down the score just a little bit. Now this one I love. This doesn't have multiple Staryu. I believe this is a Staryu card. I cannot read Japanese, but I'm going to guess this is a Staryu card. But it does have multiple different water Pokemon. So not only do we have a full art, really cool art of Staryu, but we have a full scene before us. I love these cards. These are some of the best ones. Okay. This one and the one after it are kind of a pair, because they create one scene, and honestly, it's one of my favorite concepts with these kinds of Pokemon, is when you get the same scene in multiple cards. In this case, we have the Plusle sitting there enjoying himself, and right next to him we have the Minun, who is not enjoying himself. Probably because the Plusle stole his food, right? I don't know. We can create our own theories and headcanons about that. Okay, this guy is probably one of my favorites. This is one of those art rares that I will personally be keeping an eye on, and I will really be hoping we can get this one when we're opening Paradox Rift. Blitzel is a pretty cool Pokemon. It doesn't get a ton of attention, and this scene is gorgeous. The light on him and the trees, that little light in the background kind of beckoning. It's like the start of an adventure, all in one card. Joltik, I love the kind of in-world lore building of this one. The background and the scene isn't too crazy, but I like the concept of, Joltik do absorb electricity. That's part of their ecology, and he's doing just that right now on the electric type Yamper. This is another one kind of like that, the fish one. I think it was the Barracuda, or I can't remember the name of the Pokemon. It's one of the newer ones. This is one where I like the way it looks. It's kind of a blast of color, but it doesn't really read clearly to me. It's a little unclear what it's trying to be, and so I don't think it's as amazing. This is one of those ones that I feel like you're gonna love it or you're gonna hate it. What is his name? Goldingo? I know Goldango is the evolution. I can't remember this guy's name. It's fine. I don't hate it. I don't think any of the art here is gonna be awful, but this is about as meh as it's gonna get, in my opinion. Okay. From the bottom of the barrel to the top of the barrel, I love this card. I saw this card when it was announced for Raging Surf, and immediately I was like, okay, we need that one. We need to pull this one. We need to get this in our collection. I cannot wait to pull this one. I will be buying it as a single if I don't pull it, because I love this card. In fact, there's only one or two other cards in this entire set that I feel this strongly about. This one's okay. This one I did not see until when now. This is probably my first impression of the card. I didn't see this one a lot. I don't hate it. It's really cool. I don't feel a lot of connection to Mienshao. I don't love the Pokemon, but it's cool. I don't hate it. Average. I believe this isn't Cosmog. This is, what's it called? This is the Meteorite guy from Generation 7, I believe. A really cool Pokemon. I love the concept. Or is this the one from Gen 9? I cannot remember. Either way, I think this is the golden guy, little coin man. I think this is that card style, kind of more simplistic, done right. I think this isn't my favorite, but I like it. It's solid. And here we have a really cool one. Kind of has the same thing we were talking about with the Starmie, or the Staryu one, where it really is setting this whole scene in the mines, in like a canyon. You see the little, the praying mantis little guy right next to him. You see the Swablu above him. You see a Hoppip. I love this card. Super cool. Not to mention that I think that this Pokemon, Barnacle? No, Knackley, his name, is it there? Oh, it's Garganackle. There we go. I kind of forget that some of these are in English, so I just forget to look. Garganackle. I love this card. This is a top tier card. I cannot wait to get this one. I'm pretty sure, I don't hate this one, but I'm pretty sure there's a better version of it, if I remember right. But again, I don't hate it. I think it's pretty solid. I also just think there are cooler past Pokemon than this guy. I feel like I would really like this card if it weren't so bright. I feel like I'm being blinded by all these bright colors, and Garbodor is the trash Pokemon. Trash isn't bright. Trash is like sad and ugly, and I don't like this one. It feels kind of tonally dissonant, but maybe you like it. I don't know. Tell me in the comments. Okay, this is the other one with the Groudon that I saw, and I immediately was like, okay, I need this. I need to add this to my collection, and I need to have this fancy cardboard in my hand. This reminds me a ton of the Giratina, the really esoteric, really weird, out there feel. Or perhaps the Astral Radiance Dialga. I love it. Can't wait to get this one. This one, it's okay. I think it's one of those things where I really like the card, I love all the little sweets, and I love the colors. I just don't like the Pokemon. I can't even remember the Pokemon's name, and I think that says something. I really don't care. It looks kind of like evil Pikachu, and maybe that's its thing. Maybe that's the style it's going for, but you know, I can judge it for it because this is my list. This is my tier list, and I am right. 100% of the time. This one's solid. The Brute Bonnet, really fun colors. It looks a little bit like the person who drew this might have been on something, which makes sense because it's the mushroom Pokemon, right? It's supposed to look a little out there, a little greasy maybe, a little bit like you're about to head to eat food right after. I like it. It's fun. Oh, Steelix. This one's cool. Has the same feel as the Garganacl in my opinion, where it's just this really cool scene. You see a little bit of Pokemon lore. He's kind of helping them build this new building, serving as almost like a living ladder. He looks real chill. He's smiling. He's happy to help out. I love this card. Really cool. Ferromoth or Ferrothorn. I don't hate this one. I like the scene, but it has the issue again of right away. I don't see what's happening right away. Is he going down the stairs? Is he in a home? Is this like a garden? Why is he here? I don't know. So this one's okay. This has the effect, same thing as the last one. I don't hate it, but like, I do kind of ask, why are you here? This is Aegislash. Why are you here? What are you doing? It's kind of a shrug. I'd be happy if I got it. I don't hate it. Okay, this one's cute. Look at that. It's just two Apoms, and they're sharing a berry, and they're in the trees, being happy as can be. Cool. Oh, this Loudred is really cool looking. I haven't seen this one actually. I love the colors. That's really cool. Really bright. Those kind of electric, kind of sound waves / electric waves just bolting out from him. I like that. Oh, this one's cute. This is in the wave of like the Magby. I think it was a Magby that we saw earlier, was it? I can't remember, but we'll rate these and we'll see. I love it. Super cute. It just kind of makes you happy. And you see the Wingull down there. And you see, what else do I see? Is it just a Wingull? It's just a Wingull, okay. But you get a mix between the Swablu and the Wingull. I like it. Super cute. Porygon Z, this one looks really cool. I always love when they lean into the tech side of Porygon Z. Honestly, they could have leaned even harder into this kind of maybe even a cyberpunk-esque background filled with tech and all kinds of electronics. That'd be cool. But I do like this card. Perhaps suffering from its lack of, it had maybe more potential than it ended up as, but I don't hate it. Okay. It's fine. It's a bike. Pass. And now this guy's awesome. Iron, I can't remember the name of this guy, the future Hydreigon. I love it. I love this giant, like, multi-layered spherical building behind it. I love the star pattern with those, like, almost little rainbows. This one's awesome. When I see a future Pokemon, this is what I want to see. And we reset, which means it is time to go to the next set. I don't dislike it. It's perfectly acceptable. In fact, I think this is better than some of the other full arts. It's okay. It's not great. I don't like this one. It looks a little generic. It looks a little bit like a fake card. This one's okay. I don't know. It's fine. This one's also fine. Gully Spot, I like this one a little more. I like the blue background with like the layers of like the water ripples. Pretty cool. I don't hate it. Now this is probably gonna be the full art that I actually like. I like this Tapu Lele. Really cool. I think the Tapu Pokemon have a lot of potential for full arts because they have such weird looking bodies, a lot of room for dynamic poses. This one's okay, but I do love the ability for them to have this full art of the future kind of little dot effect that they're putting on the future Pokemon. Oh, really cool about that. It's fine. I don't hate it, but I wouldn't be excited. Same thing here. We have the really cool like dots in the background for the future. The thing about this one for me is that I don't hate this Iron Valiant, but I know there's a cooler Iron Valiant, and so, like, I don't know. It's not awful. It could be better. And now we have a Hoopa. I didn't know this card was in here. Cool. It's a Hoopa. That's my answer. This kind of hurts me because I love this Pokemon. I love, what are you called? Toxtricity. The issue is that hat looks super dumb. Like, I think all the hats look kind of dumb, but on the scale of dumb that is the hats, this one looks like solid dumb out of 10 for this one. This one looks really solid. I didn't see this one either, and yeah, this almost looks more like an illustration rare in a lot of ways. So I really like this one, Sandy Shocks. It looks great. Really cool. Roaring Moon has the same issue as Iron Valiant, where I actually really like this card. I think it looks really solid. I love the kind of two-tone, like, amber rock appearance on the right, and then the big transfer of his giant red wings. Really cool. But I know there's a better version coming up, right? Aegislash, it's Aegislash. And Goldango, get out of here. This one's one of those ones where I like it, but I would rather have the illustration rare, honestly, because it just looks better than this. Or honestly, if we're talking about cool cards, we can talk about, wasn't there an Altaria in, I'm getting my Pokemon mixed up. What was the, no, I think there is. I think there is an Altaria that I think is really cool in this set for a special illustration rare. So that one's okay. A Breedier, it's fine. Frostlass, this one's kind of on the more generic side of things. I do like the concept of a grass like Frostlass, but it's fine. And with that, we've finished the full arts. So let's look at our next ones. So full disclosure, I don't care about full art supporters. In general, full art, like special trainer cards, they don't appeal to me. I'm here for the Pokemon. I'm here for the adorable and or cool boys. I'm not here for these boring humans. That said, Larry is the best man, so he gets a good rank just by sheer... It's Larry. She's okay. I don't hate her, but This one just confuses me, because, like, Norman? You're Gen 3. What are you doing here? I don't even... is that, like, Parasol Girl? That's meh. I guess we're getting another full art. Are these both going to be our Professor's Research cards? Or are these going to be... They're featuring past, so maybe they'll have some cool gimmicks for that. I'm sure this card will be incredibly expensive for some reason. Rourke. So we had a Gen 3 gym leader, and now we have a Gen 4 gym leader for some reason. I just skipped one. That's how little I cared about it. Tulip. I don't care. Okay. Let's pretend this never happened. And let's go to the next section. Okay, here's the main thing. Here's why we're here in the first place. It's the special illustration rare Pokemon. This is the Garchomp. If I'm gonna get a Garchomp, this is the one I want. I don't think it's incredible. In fact, I'm kind of sad that we don't get a cooler looking Garchomp because I love Garchomp. But this is solid. I love the spherical ripples. It almost looks like a counter to the dark spiral of the Wyvidal. We have this lighter spiral of the Garchomp. Golly Spod. This one is okay. I don't hate it. Like, it's not awful, but I could pass. If there's a special illustration rare I could pass on, it's probably this one. This is gorgeous. I feel like this is just what made the Tapu Lele full art good and taking it up to the next level. So awesome card. This Iron Hands, it's cool. I don't hate it. I don't love it. It's definitely not one of the Paradox ones I love the most, but like, I definitely wouldn't complain. Okay, here we go. Here is the big Iron Valiant. This looks awesome. I want this card. This is probably the second or third most wanted card in this set in terms of the special illustration rares. Admittedly, I do still like, for instance, the Groudon and the Wyvidal more, but really solid card. We'll see how they rank when we get to the tier list. Sandy Shocks is okay. Honestly, it could have been a regular illustration rare. Doesn't look that good. And here's the big special illustration rare for Roaring Moon. I love it. I love how majestic he looks. I love all the other Paradox Pokemon surrounding him. Super cool card. I love this one. It's Goldango. Okay, here's what I was talking about. This Altaria is awesome. Now, I have a weakness for these big, like, wide-angle bird shots of these flying types. I know there was an Aerodactyl one with Lost Origin. I know there were several others recently, but sue me, this is great. I love this card. Top tier card, probably among my favorites that I'm looking forward to. And that's it. Now we get to probably the most underwhelming section, I was wrong. Next we have the special illustration rare trainers. Meh. Ooh. Cool. Okay, glad we got that done. And now we have probably the most underwhelming cards, because, like, they're super rare, they're hyper rares, but if you get them, you're kind of disappointed, because, like, you kind of just wanted a special illustration rare. Like, this card top is cool, just give me the special illustration rare, okay? Like, if anything, I feel like getting these is painful. I feel that way about all of these, really. I think the trainers are cool. I like these full art stadiums. These are pretty cool. Countercatcher, like, this is the one that I feel like I'm gonna pull 4 of these in my journey, and I'm gonna cry, and you guys are gonna laugh. So, same with this one. Nah. That's kind of cool. I always like the golden energies. If you look at, and that's it. I was gonna say about these guys. If you play Pokemon TCG and there's a website to show deck lists, these are funny because if you ever look up like the most expensive version of a deck, they get bloated by these random gold energy cards, where it's like instead of paying a cent per energy like you usually would, you pay like $80 per energy because it's referring to some random gold fire energy from 3 years ago. Really funny. And with that, here we are. It's time for the main event. It's time for the reason we are here. We are going to rate all of these cards that we've just looked at. So first we have, can I open these in new images? Actually, can I make this all bigger? The answer was yes, we can make it all bigger. Much better. So first we have the Crustle from earlier. I think this is a very solid card. I do not hate it. I do not love it. I think for now we're going to put this in the A tier. We'll put it in the B tier. This guy, honestly, it's okay. Goes in the C tier. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and remove the D tier, because, you know, I'm not that indecisive. I either want things to be great or I want them to be awful. This is perfect. These mushroom kind of looking boys, they can also go in the B tier. C tier. This guy, this is the first A tier. I love that card. And this guy, this is the first S tier. Love that card. Snorunt can go in the B or A. This is one that I'm kind of indecisive. Honestly, it could go either. I'll put it in the A tier for now, but that might change. Mantine, you can also go in the A tier. Love that card. I like the ice cream, that's about it. And not the Pokemon. This guy is cool, but it's kind of hard to read. It's going to go in the C tier. Staryu, really solid. Gonna go in the B tier. Plusle and Minun are weird because I'm going to go ahead and say that if you get them as a pair, it's going to be A or S. Separately, B. So for now, I'll put them both in the B tier. Because it's not like you're getting them as a pair. This one. I don't hate it. It can go in the B tier. You'll notice a lot of these are going to go in the B tier. Joltik and Yamper, super cute. I like it. It's going to go in the A tier. This guy's just hard to read. C tier. I don't like these guys. I don't care for them. Groudon, you know where Groudon's going. Right there. This is one of those cards where it might even be an S tier if I liked the Pokemon more. But I don't, so it's A tier. C tier for these Meteorite boys. Don't hate them, don't love them. Garganacl. Garganacl was my first shiny in Scarlet and Violet, so I also feel kind of special about that. This guy, he's okay, but I think his special illustration rare. I think his special illustration rare is cooler, so he is going to go probably in the B tier. Garbodor, you're too bright for your own good. Go to the C tier. Wyvidle, though, straight to S. Awesome card. I don't even like the Pokemon. I'm sorry, you can go in the F tier. High Mushroom guy, C tier for you. Not awful. I don't love it, though. Steelix, you are very cool. Let's put you in the A tier. Ferrothorn, again, I can't really read this card. It's going to go in the B tier. You're going to go in the C tier. It's kind of meh. These Apoms are really cute, but I don't think they're quite worthy of the A tier cards. Loudred, same thing. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I don't even like it as much as these guys, though. It's going to go in the C tier. These, though, these are great. Love those. Porygon, you can go in the B tier. Bicycles, F tier, right away. This guy, Paradox Hydrogen, towards the top of A. I love that card. Super cool. Full Art Frostlass, I don't care for you. Armorage, don't care for you. Full Art Garchomp, you're okay, but honestly, your alt art or your special illustration rare is just better in like every way. So, meh. No, I'm good. Hey, you can chill down there. Tapu Lele, I like you a good bit, but your special illustration rare is just way cooler. I'll put you in the B tier, which is high for a full art. This goes in the F tier. Fergus, you know what? I'm sorry. You can go in the C tier. Iron Valiant, I love your card, and so you can go in the C tier. You can go in the B tier. Hoopa's really cool. I don't hate it as much as some of the other full arts. Same thing with Toxtricity. These are being held up by the fact that they look pretty cool. Sandy Shocks, I can't remember why you're a full art. You should be an illustration rare. You're gonna go in B tier. Very solid. This is gorgeous. It does have a better card coming, but this can sit in A tier. It's one of the best full arts. If you're gonna get a full art, that's what you want. Aegislash though, nah. Goldango. Speaking of which, let's move this down there. There we go. Altaria, you have the issue of this looks so mediocre and your special illustration rare looks so good. I can't warrant you being higher. Tandemaus though, I like you. So you can go, let's put you in the A tier. One of the better full arts to get. Not good. I don't really care for any of these trainers. Larry, you can sit in the B tier because you're Larry. I like you. I will not be angry if I get you though. Mela, C tier. Norman, you don't belong here. And where's Rourke? You don't belong here either. You can sit there because you don't belong here. Come back when we have a Gen 3 remake. Come back when we have a set celebrating Sinnoh. I love Sinnoh, but you do not belong here. Parasol Lady, you don't even have a name. Okay? Okay. Learn your place. You are an unnamed character. You aren't a character. You are an NPC. Professors, you can go and see. I don't hate you. I don't love you. You can go and see. This one goes in C with the professors. I don't care about you. You can go in F. I don't care about you either. You can also go in F. Garchomp. This is one of those ones where, honestly, if it were any other Pokemon, I'd probably put it in B or a C, but it's Garchomp. It's gonna go at the bottom of A. This is probably the worst special illustration rare that isn't Garchomp. That's gonna go in C. This guy, this Tapu, though, easily in A. Really solid Pokemon. Sandy Shocks? I think that's what this is. It's also going to go in A. I don't hate it. I don't love it. This Gardevoir, though, or this Gallade, the Iron Valiant, S tier. Easily. Sandy Shocks? B. This guy, this Roaring Moon, has to go right next to the Iron Valiant. There he is. Perfect. Altaria, up there as well. Definitely one of my favorite cards that I'm hoping to get. And now we have just a couple more that don't really matter. Mela, I'll put you in B. You look pretty solid. I like your outfit. Parasol Lady. You know what? You can go in D or C. Why not? I won't stop you. Now, I actually quite like the way these professors cards look, at least compared to the other trainer cards. So they can go in B. You're pretty cool. You can go in C right there. You, though, are going in F. And it's time for a decision. I like this hyper rare. I'll put it in A, because I like the appearance of these like stadium golds. The rest of these are going to go in D or F with a single exception. And I think that exception... I think it's going to be Roaring Moon and Iron Valiant, actually. I think Iron Valiant and Roaring Moon, you both can sit at the bottom of the A tier. I might change my mind later. The rest of you, you know, Energy, you can go in C. The rest of you are going in F. And with that, you can go at the top of F at least. Garchomp. And with that, we have our tier list. This is Paradox Rift. This is the end-all, be-all opinion. There we go. This is our end-all, be-all tier list. This is the correct, definitive opinion. Sorry if you don't like it. This is the opinion. I plan on having this guy in our videos to come, and this is how we're gonna kind of rate our Pokemon on whether they're good or bad, is how they look on this. And with that, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this kind of different video. If this doesn't do horribly, if this gets more than a view, I'd be really tempted to make one of these on every set. It seems like it'd be fun. I love talking and giving my opinion on things. I love being opinionated. And it's really fun to look at really cool card art, especially as we go further and further back in Pokemon. I'd love to get through all the Sword and Shield cards, eventually start talking about some of the really cool Sun and Moon alternate artworks and secret rares, but we'll see where we go. For now though, I want you to leave a comment. I want you to tell me this. If you get, I'll give you 2 changes. Okay? You get 2 changes, what are you changing? What is it that you're like, E-bui, you've committed an atrocity here. You thought you were right, but you were in fact so wrong. Go ahead. This is your chance. Tell me how wrong I am. I dare you. Okay? I dare you. So you better. You better. I'm watching you. Okay, I'm glad we could get that settled. Once you've done that, you should hop on over to the like button. Not because you like the video, but because I'm asking you to, and I really want more people to see these. And if you like the button, apparently more people will see it. I don't know how YouTube works. I am just here for the fun. And finally, if you want more of these videos, or perhaps you're new here, maybe you were recommended this video, please subscribe, because I want you here. I want you to see the opening. I want you to see what comes of this. Okay? Okay, I'm glad we could agree on that. I hope to see you next time, but until then, I bid you adieu.